Yo, the sun is out at Driftland. I mean, we're in Scotland. I mean, when does that happen? So, round 2 BDC. I made it here. I flew in yesterday morning to come to like a private drift day, which was cool. Went out in a few cars just to feel the track again. I mean, it was a long time ago, probably about 3 years ago that I drove here. But this is like, you know, Driftland is the track of the United Kingdom. Like, it's the drift track of the United Kingdom. Probably, in my opinion, one of the best tracks in the UK. Not that I'm being biased because it's a drift track, but it's just cool. So like, yeah, so we're here this weekend to witness the second round of the BDC, and yeah, I mean, really cocked up on round 1. It all kind of went wrong. I didn't really film anything. I was so stressed out with like everything that was happening. I had to like, I couldn't find the footage that I got, and it was just like, I was just like, you know what, that's just gonna be a poor video, so I'm not even gonna put it out, I'm not even gonna entertain that. So I just decided to scrap it. So yeah, but now I'm here at Driftland in Scotland, and yeah, this should be mental. But yeah, I mean, I suppose you guys wanna see the track maybe, I don't know, so let's do that. So the drivers make their way down a long straight to a wall, which is very Japanese style. As they come down from the start line, they're just flat out coming in with some like crazy flick entry to come into this clip, the clip in box 1, which will then push them out to the rest of the track. But this is clipping point 6 as well, so this is like the last clipping point as well. So they hit this clip twice. But this is where it really gets sort of technical for the drivers, because they need to be as close to the wall as possible. So yeah, this is clip 1. So as the drivers come off of clip 1, which is just over there, they come out and run this wide line. Now this wide line, we've seen a lot of drivers end up the bank and you know, destroying their cars. So we don't really want to see that, but it might happen, you never know. Okay, so as these drivers come down off of that clip 2, they'll come down this hill. I don't know whether I don't really think it shows you the gradient in this hill, but it's actually quite a hill. So they come downhill onto this clipping point 3. This clipping point 3, they'll be full throttle, maybe a little bit left foot braking, hopefully no handbrake, because that's just weak. And you know, they'll make their way out into the centre section of the track. But yeah, man, that's, I mean, like I come out of the car yesterday, but I mean, like coming here now today, I mean, that's quite a crazy thing going on there. I mean, I'm in the car right now. I mean, just to show you the craziness of this hill. Like, so just for proof, I'm in neutral. I'm in neutral there, and we're gonna handbrake off, and let's just see how fast this car rolls. Nothing, I'm not accelerating, nothing like that. See what I mean? It's crazy. So then the drivers work their way up this hill, flat out round the edge. It's pretty mad. And as they come round, they come to this clipping zone here, they have to run into to make it out down the hill in the chicane. I mean, the chicane's quite mental because, like, you come off of that clipping point, you go straight down another hill out to the next clipping point, which is over there, which is number 5. Now, once the drivers do a transition, when they're twinning and they come through here to this clipping point, which is clipping point 5, you know, you're gonna see some straight in on the door. It should be pretty hardcore. They'll drive this way and come out towards the wall again at the beginning, to then make their way up to the start line again. But this is where you're gonna see door-to-door action, and them just like hopefully running this wall, which we'll find out. Let's see if they can do it. But you know, you gotta think like that's now the clipping point 6, the last clipping point, and then there's a start-finish line there. If they straighten or even like spin, and that's, oh, I mean, what do you guys think? I think that sucks. So I'm going to take you to see something quite different. There's stuff behind the scenes. No one really gets to go behind it because it's so backstage.
Yeah. You rolling?
Yeah, I'm always.
Oh, mate. Yeah, well, it's easy, so you know anyone can do it. Yeah. So, as in anyone can broadcast this piece of pitch. Right, so Harry is on the far left side there. Yeah. He vision mixes. He's got his available cameras up on there at the moment because we're just waiting for the qualifying to start. We've not got all the cameras up, but he's got 8 to switch from on there. His controller just switches between various ones and then goes them to live as and when. Right, okay. And he's got his comms headset. And what? And these works? He's like these are faders. Like yeah. So if he's controlling audio, the faders are on there, but the top left buttons preview it, so it switches the camera into preview up there. Right. And then he's got a button to cut that to live. Oh, okay. Right, I see. Yep. Right, okay, yeah. Then he's got a monitor speaker next to him so that he can hear what the commentary team is saying, and then he's also got his headset so he can speak to all the cameramen. Right, okay. Then here I've got some controls to put sort of picture-in-pictures of judges, run VTs, so play out the various like adverts and things like that. We can punch them. We are from sport. Your heat management system. And again, I've got monitor here so I can hear what's going on. Microphone so that I can speak to the commentators and the judges. Commentators and judges come out of this speaker here so that we get a separate feed of those guys so it's not all messy into the mix. And then we've got, in the rack, we've got the actual computer that does the streaming. We've got the in-ear monitor transmitters so that wireless people can hear what's going on the stream. Headphone amplifier so we can put some cans on whenever we need and hear more clearly what's going on with the mix. On here we've got various faders to control the various audio channels that we've got coming in. So we've got commentary, judges, wireless mics, presenter mics, all sorts of stuff. Then Elspeth does all the replays. So she's got all of the available cameras to replay so that when the judges like yourself say, can we have that clip on that corner with that car from that angle, frame by frame? Yeah. That's what Elspeth's doing. Okay, and you use this little like weird mouse thing that people only see ever in like, I don't know, bad guy movies. Yeah. Because this is pretty much a surveillance van. That's pretty much it, yeah. We're just trying on people. We're trying to find people. Yeah.
So we've got a few different things set up, so we can take just a second of video, or we can take 30 seconds of video. So at this track in particular, the runs are around about 30 seconds long, so as soon as they go across the line I hit the 30-second button, but then when people like yourself want a particular bit slowing down, we go into the instant replay section and we can slow it down to 25, 30, 50, 75%, but we can also go frame by frame by using this little guy.
Ah, right, okay. So actually it probably helps when I say, can you replay that 50%?
Yeah.
Because I'm sort of looking at it from a video point of view where I'm like, well, I'd want to see a 50% speed because I know what that's going to look like.
Exactly. We can also pause it, we can run it backwards, and we can change cameras as well. So if you wanted to see a particular replay, we can chuck in one of the different cameras in there as well. Which was
awesome yesterday, like being able to stop and then go and then see it from another angle. It was like having your own 3D cam. Like, I thought it was an After Effects, like, I'm just making my own viewpoint. No, that's cool, that's cool. It's a shame we can't zoom.
Yeah, that would be great.
Because yesterday I had one where it was like, I was trying to see whether it was offline and wheel off, and I needed to zoom in to see the wheel and the line, and then I said, can we zoom in? He went no, and I was like, oh, that's a shame. Like, cause it was
my main job is the graphics on the stream, so I get a preview of what's going to go out live, so I can keep track of the scoreboards and everything that you see on the stream. Then I've got a huge button panel down here, and all of these buttons do various different things. I get an option to do that on my preview screen or on my live screen, so that I can load something up here, check that the information is correct before it goes live. Then my sort of secondary job is making sure that the judges are all happy and managing the judges interface. So I get a view here of all the scores as they come in. I can manage the the start order, and if any scores need amending or a judge is like, oh, I've made a mistake inputting, then I can amend here and make sure that the results ultimately are correct. So I have a way of monitoring it like that. I can also see the raw data that's coming in. So this raw data, you'll be able to see there's some of the like basic information about the driver. So we've got the sort of description of the driver's car there, but we've also got some of the things that we're working on as like future things. So we've got season bests here, so we're working to be able to show personal bests and basically track the statistics of the drivers as we go through the season. So that's new this year, and we're working on that and building.
Yeah, no, well, it's all development, isn't it? At the end of the day, I think, like, especially when it's trying to collect data and stuff like that, it's like, you know, even if you did get a load of data and it comes through in a different format, like, is that format going to work for you?
Yeah.
You know? But with this software programming here, this is all done by Tech Native.
Right. So
like,
if anything goes wrong here, then
it's your fault.
Basically, I change it immediately.
Right. Okay.
So this is all the logic and all of the description. So here, this is like the judge's scoring logic, and it's 35,000 lines of code when it's all condensed into one file.
And what? So did you build that from scratch for this event?
Yeah. So I sat there with a piece of paper, worked out how the flow of
the tree of like
of information goes from you guys, from like making sure that the right driver's on track, making sure that we see who's on track and when the graphics are on screen, and then just sort of like figure it out on paper, then put it into code, test it for many months, 2 months, 3 months, further testing.
He's a clever guy, this guy. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's wet and it sucks.
Yeah, and for the track temperature.
And is that real?
So the track temperature
is
our camera down at the start line.
Yeah.
They have a little heat gun.
Oh, okay.
So they point it at the track and tell us the track temperature back. I type it in.
The brinks come.
So that's it, round one's over, BDC. So the weather didn't work out very well. Drivers were challenged, a lot of changing weather. And to be fair, we saw some exceptional driving. Now for Martin Winnicott to take the win, let's change the game. It means the UK's got somebody that can go over to Ireland or Europe and show them what's up. And it puts the British driver back onto the podium. Very happy, but crazy. Now for the journey home, I guess.
Thank you.